Welcome to the Rich Stylist Podcast. I'm Ashley Diana, business coach for hair extension pros and founder of Rich Stylist Academy. I'll be your guide as you begin to attract your dream clients, create amazing extension transformations, and have your bank account overflowing with cash. Let's go. Hey, it's Ashley. Welcome to the Rich Stylist Podcast. Have you ever lost your passion or lost your spark? Have you ever wondered where your spark went or how it even started fading in the first place? Or has there ever been a time when you just hoped that things would get better? Whether that's in your personal life or in your business, but you just didn't exactly know what to do other than hope to make it better. If you've ever been there, if that resonates with you, you're going to love this episode where I chat with Stephanie Iorfida. Stephanie is a hair extension specialist in Rhode Island, and she's a beloved member of Rich Stylist Academy. Last year when she first started with Rich Stylist, I could see it in her eyes that she was just feeling stuck and she had lost her spark. And then I discovered that she had actually been stuck for years and had been waiting for something just to miraculously get better. We had an incredible coaching call together, and we both left feeling inspired and fulfilled. Here's one thing I know, as Tony Robbins says, for things to change, you have to change. And for things to get better, you have to get better. And that's exactly what Stephanie did. She stopped sitting around wishing and hoping that her business would get better. And instead, she invested in herself. She took action and she did the things and made it better for herself. Her personal life and her professional life has radically improved. The business that she has today, the way she feels about herself, the way she feels about her business is night and day compared to how it was before. I'm so grateful and so proud to have been a part of her story and most importantly to call her a friend. Now, Stephanie's going to tell you all about what she's done with her business and get ready to be inspired and excited for what is absolutely possible for you too. Hey, Stephanie, I am so happy you're here today on the podcast with us. Thank you for taking your time and being here with us.
Thanks, Ashley. I'm so proud to be here and honored. Thank you.
When I decided to do this type of series on the podcast, you were one of the first people that came to mind because we had such an incredible call, like our first private call once you joined Rich Stylist. And you're someone that I just saw like it seemed to me like just an immediate boost of energy and inspiration and reignited passion for what you do. You seemed like you were a little bit stuck, and then all of a sudden it was like, hello, I'm Stephanie, I've arrived. And I wanted to just talk about that with you. Maybe you could share with stylists a little bit about that process. And was that true? Was that true for you, how I just described it?
It was definitely true. I think sometimes just in life, we all kind of hit that bump in the road. And I definitely needed that little boost of confidence. And we definitely had a very one-on-one talk the first time. And I thank you for that. I needed that honest talk. I kind of was just going through my career prior to that point, just kind of hoping things worked out. And I didn't have a plan. I didn't have a concrete plan. So I was just hoping things were going to work out in the long run. And having a conversation with you made me realize it's time to start planning things out finally. So
yeah. So what in your mind were you hoping would work out for people that are listening that are like, yeah, I've been hoping things will work out too. Like, so they have an example for you, like in your mind, what was it? Like, I want things to work out, but were there some specifics? You're like, I really want to see this happen.
I've been in the industry for, this coming year will be 20 years. And I've been at the same salon for 10 years. So you figure that you've been there for so long, you've been around for so long. Why am I not busy? Why do I not have so many clientele? Why am I not getting new clients? I'm constantly taking new education. Why am I not filling my chair? Why I'm doing all the right things. Why am I not gaining all these people? So I felt like I was taking some of the right steps or the right steps, but I didn't understand why they weren't connecting. on the other side.
So you were being in the industry for a long time and you knew you were like, I have the knowledge, I have the skills, my clients are happy, but like, why, kind of hoping it would just naturally grow, or why wasn't the things that you maybe saw other stylists, maybe online or I don't know, maybe in person as well, but just, hey, why is that happening for them and not for me? And how long do you think you kind of sat with the feeling of, well, I just hope things get better?
Years.
Oh
yeah. Years, definitely. I worked part-time in the industry for a long time, but I came back full-time probably a year before we had met, and I started with Rich Stylist. So I think I definitely noticed it a year before it started to really hit home, before I started with you.
So I think it's interesting, even the topic of hope, because although hope is very powerful, and having a belief in something, maybe even something greater than yourself, hope is extremely powerful, but it also has to be followed by action. And one of my mentors that I absolutely love is John Assaraf. And one of the things he says is Goya. And Goya stands for Goya, get off your ass. Now, he teaches a lot about the law of attraction and also business and such, but he always says law of attraction, which is, manifesting, visualizing, creating the best life for yourself, like with your thoughts and how you speak and such. But also, he's like, and I'm not saying this is exactly in your case, but I just think it's a funny story to share. But it's like, that's all great, but plus Goya. But with hope, it's interesting because I do hear, I've heard that in my DMs. I hear it often with people say, and also in other industries. I have lots of friends in other industries that use social media and the online business, and they're like, well, I just keep hoping. I keep hoping I'll have more followers. I keep hoping I'll find someone to invest in my business. I keep hoping I'll have more clients, hoping I'll have more money, hoping I have a better relationship, like just hoping things just work out. And you have to do something. You have to, find the people, find the things, find the content, get your right resources, get around the right people, like literally whatever it may be. And also the answer is whatever it takes to be able to have the life or have the things, whatever it may be that you want. Really, it comes down to having the life and the choices and the freedom that you want. Even if it's money gives you the choices and the freedom to have the things you want. So I think that I'm so happy that you brought up hope and hoping things would get better, and just wow, like years sitting with hope. Like I'm hoping and I'm waking up, and I hope that resonates with anyone listening now that has been sitting in that same space going, well, I just keep hoping. I keep hoping that I'll have my dream clients walk in the door. I keep hoping that I'll get better at extensions, or keep hoping that my boss won't be a bitch. I don't know, just anything like that, So thank you so much for bringing up such an important topic and being vulnerable enough to share, like, listen, I was hoping for years, and I kind of like, and I was still there, What is your best advice for someone that feels stuck or like has lost their spark?
You need to find something that you're interested in the industry and just dive in, because you're never going to find your spark again if you don't, because you're just going to sit and dwell. So you just got to get back out there. It's like riding a bike, right?
Yeah. Would you say that it gets a little easier once you make the decision?
Yeah. Because then you start networking with people, and the more people that you meet, the more inspired you get and the more classes you take. I remember the first class that I took by myself, I drove like 2 hours. I live in Rhode Island, so I drove 2 hours up to New Hampshire, and my husband was away at the time, and it's not like me at all. And he had a fit, absolutely had a fit. And he's like, I can't believe you're driving in the middle of winter to go to a class by yourself, all alone. I'm like, I'm going to be fine. Totally going to be fine. It's totally out of my wheelhouse. And I was so proud of myself for doing it. But I just met so many incredible people, but it was the self-esteem boost. It was going to learn something, all around, it was the best thing I could have done for myself. So just do it. Do it for yourself. Do it for your career. Do it for your mind.
Take one step at a time and take some sort of action. Yeah. Now, so when we had our call, so for those listening, Rich Stylist Academy is a group coaching, mentorship, like lifetime mastermind mentorship community. It's a lot of things. But one of the things that we do is we have a one-on-one call. So Stephanie and I had a one-on-one call, and I'll share a funny story because after we had our first call, I thought, oh God, I definitely scared her. Like I was a bit much. I scared her. And we also, typically the calls are like an hour. That's plenty of time to, talk about lots of things, but our call like went for 2 hours or something. And it probably could have gone even longer, but we went for like 2 hours, and we were so involved in conversation, and I didn't have like a hard stop, right after. So I was just like, you know what, this is really important right now. Let's just keep this going. And the conversation flowed, and it was great. But I definitely, when I got off the call, I was like, uh-oh. So that was my perspective. I was like, oh man, I don't know if she's gonna like she's gonna run away. Say that again. I'm sorry.
It was the tough love I needed.
Yeah, I did. And then you sent, so let's talk about it. What was our call like for people that are curious?
Well, first off, I didn't think that I was actually going to get to talk to you when we first, I'm like, really? I get a call with Ashley? They're like, yeah. And I thought it was going to be like a 20-minute thing. And then, hours later, I'm like, what, did we just talked for that long?
Yeah.
But I didn't expect you to, forgive me.
You're fine. It's all good.
Be so interested in what was going on in my life.
Yeah.
And not just my business.
I've found through coaching over the years and just through experience in my life and everything is that the core of everything is our mindset and really our personal life. Like that's just, if our mindset and our personal life isn't where we want it, or that's not the most solid foundation, like that actually has to be the most solid foundation. And with mindset, I also mean like self-belief and confidence, but that is the core. Now, it's interesting with Rich Stylist, it's called Rich Stylist because we want you to make money. And also that's what people are attracted to. If I called it personal development stylist, or you're going to have great relationships and have a wonderful life stylist, people would be like, yeah, I'm just really interested in making money. So it's something that is sometimes challenging to share, but I like to offer both to people. And I know, and my thing too is that people who like yourself, like you made such a commitment to yourself and to your business by saying yes to Rich Stylist, that my thing is like, listen, I've been there before. Like, I get it. Like, I wish I would have had someone years ago who was like, extremely interested in what was happening in my life. And not only that, like knew what to do, knew exactly what to tell me. So for me, I really don't think anything of it to be on a call for 2 hours, especially with someone who I feel is going to do the work. I can actually tell really quickly for people that anything, like even what they're saying and the questions that I'm asking, like if they're literally going in one ear out the other. And some people, I mean, it's just, you can just tell, but like going back to, it's in Rich Stylist we do, and on our calls, it is about whatever needs to happen to make you be your version of successful. Not everyone that comes into Rich Stylist is I want to make more money, even though that's the name of it. Many people come in because, hey, I just want a mentor. Hey, I want confidence. That's actually my main thing. Or I want to feel happier in my business. So I feel super honored to be able to help facilitate that, because it's like, what's all the money if like you don't feel great and you're not, or are you even going to make the money if you don't feel great? Like that's probably not going to happen either. So it's very, very intertwined and connected. So, yeah, we had a great call, and I'm glad that you didn't run away, because we asked, we talked about, I asked you some questions that you probably weren't expecting.
No, I wasn't expecting. I think we talked more about my personal life than my business, which I wasn't expecting.
It wasn't planned either. It was.
But I think that's the whole, like that's what people probably don't realize about this program, is that there's both sides are so intertwined. You can't have one without the other.
Let's talk about your personal life first. What would be the biggest change since being a part of Rich Stylist, or our call, whatever you would like to say maybe the starting point was, like now in your personal life? What has been the best or the biggest change?
Probably my abilities to set boundaries with people in my life overall, which is huge.
Huge.
Definitely.
Is there an example that you could share for someone that is listening that maybe doesn't, like, needs a tangible example, or maybe how they could do that themselves?
Being able to say no to your clients, right? But also to say no to people, and just be able to shut down for yourself, to have time for yourself. Because I think what we do for a living it's great, but it can be so emotionally draining too, that you need to step away and do your own thing. So setting boundaries for yourself to be able to recharge. Yeah. So
maybe family, partners, any children, anyone, just be like, hey, I need no, because we say no is a complete sentence, and I'm going to have some Stephanie time.
Yep.
When I was, new baby, breastfeeding, working in the salon, it was a lot. And then I was at the salon and I was like pumping. I know, TMI, that's a lot of information. But the point was, I was like, oh my gosh, like I felt like I was losing my mind, because it was so much, like literally physically, like, because you're like hands on your clients and you're having multiple conversations about all the things every day. And then it was like, and then when it was like break time, I was like, I was pumping, or I was planning something for the baby. Or then when I got home, it was like baby time and baby on your chest. And it was like constant physical contact in all senses, and that's when it hit me. I was like, when you're doing hair, your hands are literally on people too. So it's wonderful, but it also it is draining. It is draining. It doesn't mean you can't reboot, but physically, to be in such a touch type of business, and then depending on your environment at home, it could be similar again, whether it's like partners, relationships, family, babies, whatever the thing, it's like, whoa, hold up. So I noticed that like very early on, that I was like, wow, I need some alone time. I need more boundaries too. I need like space physically, because it's so involved, not only physically, but also like emotionally and conversation wise in the salon. So what would you say is like the biggest improvement, or what biggest change have you seen business wise since being a part of the community?
Well, business wise, I doubled my income, what I did last year, or the previous year. And
that's huge.
Yeah. My extension clientele, I'm up quite a bit from where I was. I think I had just a handful before, and I have close to like 20 full-time extension clients now, which for someone who's just starting out is still great. 20
is amazing no matter what. Like, yes, it is amazing right now. Congratulations.
Very proud of myself for that. So, I'm still working on my social media presence, but we're getting there.
But yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you've gotten your branding down and your logo, like all those things. But everybody starts like with their, like, what's the priority for them? And so for you, it was, I want to feel better. I want to have boundaries. I want to have confidence, which totally just, bled into, well, now I have this confidence. I feel good. I'm taking care of me. Now I'm doing these certifications. I'm like doing the thing, taking names, getting clients, looking the part, being the part. Like it just became a part of your business. So for you, it was very important to start there and then move into like extensions and clients. Like, and some people want to just, hey, I really, the first thing that's like really bothering me, I really want to work on is like social media. And that helps them get the foundation that they want. But yeah, like you've just, it's amazing. It's literally amazing to see. And I love how you said like, I'm so proud, because it's so important to be like, I did this.
I mean, the growth is pretty crazy. It's crazy for me to see.
How do people feel, or how do people, has anything changed with your success, your fast success in your salon?
Not really. I mean, I think that the mutual respect is still there.
Right.
We're like a family. Most of the girls that I work with, we've been there for almost 10 years, or 5 or more years. So everyone's kind of grown and worked together for the majority of the part. But it's been great. I mean, we all work together as a team. I've had some of my other coworkers refer girls to me, which is wonderful. I mean, it's the best compliment, really.
Absolutely.
So
Now, what brands are you certified with now, or going to be certified with?
so I'm certified currently with Habit, Bellamy, Hair Talk, but I'm working on my invisible bead right now. So
Great.
yeah, so I'm really excited about that.
Yeah. And are you doing multiple methods? As far, because I know the Bellamy has which methods do you focus on?
Mostly weft. A lot of my clients prefer weft, but I do cocktails sometimes with eye tips or K tips, depending. I don't do a ton of tape-ins, but if they're requested. So Great Lengths is on my wish list someday.
Cool. Yeah. Well, listen, I know that you will do all the things that you want. That's what's so
It's
great.
on my wish list. So
Yes, I love that. What has been the most valuable part of Rich Stylist for you?
honestly, it's just the community sense of it. I mean, there's so many different modules and guides, and there's so much value in that sense of it. But if you have a question, or you're stuck, you're feeling down in the dumps about anything, you ask a question, and there's so many people there right away to help you out. You're stuck with a brand, you have a question about hair, or you're troubleshooting. There's so many people who are willing to help you out, which is amazing. So I think it's just a huge, valuable resource.
I'm so happy to hear that. I do feel like, I just think that the community and you guys are just the absolute best of the best, and so supportive, beyond supportive, and so active. It's such, like you said, you can post something and then people just flock to answer the question.
They really do.
Isn't that great? Yeah. And it's something that, I mean, again, I love hearing that from you, because I can say it all day long, but to come from someone that's a part of it and in it and ask questions, it's like, no, really, like, it's an active community, and they're the best of the best. And there's so much talent, like just so much incredible talent inside the group. It just, every day, sometimes I'm like, ooh, pinch. Like, this is just, pinch myself. Like, everyone's just so freaking awesome. I love it.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So Stephanie, what would you say to a stylist who was interested in being a part of Rich Stylist Academy, but was just unsure about taking that next step?
It's never too late to start over and, start your career and try something new. I feel like it really inspired me to take a different look at things. And I doubled my income after almost 20 years in my career. So I think it's a great thing.
That is it's amazing testimonial to someone that is like, look what can happen when you take a leap, take a step, change your mind, take action. I mean, 20 years, and then you radically improved your business, doubled your income, getting like you're slaying the certifications with brands. You went from like a few clients to 20 solid clients in less than a year. I mean, this is huge. I mean, sometimes you say doubling your income mildly, but it is a huge, huge success. And especially after, would you say, like kind of being at a plateau for a little while?
Yeah,
Wow.
absolutely.
Well, I'm so happy for you, and I'm so honored that you're a part of Rich Stylist, and that I've been able to be a help and be your guide, and to become a friend. It's awesome to literally see you shine. It is the coolest thing. So I'm proud Mama Bear.
Thank you very much for everything.
And thank you for being here and sharing your time and your knowledge and your story with us today. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Would you like to be the highest paid hair extensionist in your city? 86% of stylists make $3,000 to $5,000 per month. But as an extensionist, you can make that kind of money in one single day. If you're already certified by one of the top companies and you want to make the most money possible with that certification, then I'd love to invite you to discover Rich Stylist Academy. This is an elite mentorship where I give you the secrets to attracting the best clients, doing the best transformations, and making the most money. Stylists in this mentorship commonly have 3K days, $10,000 months, and six-figure years. Space is very limited as we only accept 10 stylists per month to this mentorship. Click the link and fill out the quick free application and see if it's a fit for you.